How was your summer?
It was a great summer. Yeah, it was busy, a lot of traveling. I went to the World Championship, so it was kind of like hockey about too. But it was like a lot of working and getting ready for the camp and just getting better every day.
How were the Worlds? How was that experience?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Like playing against those teams, like especially Canada. We can play against Sidney Crosby or McKinnon. It was like a great experience for me and for us too as a team.
The Olympics are coming up. Do you have your eyes on a spot on Slovakia's team?
Yeah, it's like big motivation for me as well as to like be here, and the same thing like thinking about that too, because like, I think it's like one of the biggest like tournaments you can play, like Olympics. So yeah, it's in my mind too.
How do you feel like your game is progressing at this point in your career?
Yeah, I think like I'm getting a lot of experience in a Hartford like AHL. It's like hard league for me, so I'm getting like experiences every day what I can and learn everything what I can to just get better every day. So I feel like yeah, it's improving.
Adam, it seems like you've been with this organization for a number of years now. It seems like a long time, but you're still a young guy. I mean, how do you view where you are in the organization, your position?
Yeah, I feel like I got like more of confidence like in me, and just I know it's like I think 4th or 5th year for me here, so I gotta prove that I'm ready for the season and for the camp, and just show from the beginning that I'm ready.
When you're going into this training camp, into main training camp, I mean, what is your mindset in terms of can you make the team, or what are you thinking as far as that's concerned?
I'm just focusing like on everyday work and just testing and like on the practices, like be the leader, be the best guy on the ice, and just support everybody and be like great leader of this team. Because I'm not the oldest guy here, but I played 2 years in Hartford, so I got a lot of experiences. I want to share it with everybody and to make this team like great and get ready for the 2 upcoming games.
How did you feel about last year in Hartford? Kind of your production level, and obviously the team didn't have kind of the success I know you guys wanted. Just how do you evaluate the year as a whole?
Yeah, so for me it was like a lot of ups and downs. I think the same is with my team. We can like win a couple games, then lost a couple games, so it's like kind of hard year for us. But I think like it gave us like a lot of experiences to grow and to be better.
What were the areas of growth you wanted to kind of target over the summer coming into this camp?
So I think it was like working with a stick, like a lot of defensive stuff. I know like what coaches wants from me, where they want to use me. So I was focusing on everything, but like working on a stick, getting like stronger, my skating, like everything, what I can improve and get better.
You mentioned these 2 games tomorrow and Saturday. How important are they for you? I mean, we looked last year. I think Adam scored a goal right away, and Victor Mancini played great, and they both made the team. So how do you view these 2 games tomorrow and Saturday?
Yeah, it's like first 2 games of the season, so everybody is excited. Everybody wants to show the best as they can, and I think it's a really good opportunity for us to just show like we are ready from the beginning, especially for me, and play best as we can, like play as best as a team, because that's for me that's the most important, like winning as a team.
You mentioned that you kind of knew what you had to work on over the summer. Is that like what coaches, I guess, gave you direction of what they wanted you to work on?
To work on the most, I think I didn't mention is like shooting. I know like I get a lot of opportunities in Hartford like to score a goal, then I miss the shot, then I miss like the chance, and I'm like kind of like my confidence went down. So this was kind of another part of what I need to focus on, like shooting and have like good finishing point to just shoot it and get a goal. So there's another part of what I need to improve.
Is that like something you needed to improve, or did the Rangers coaches kind of tell you like we want you to work on this?
I think like both. I know what I need to improve, and they also told me like last year in the like exit meetings, they told me like you are getting a lot of chances, but you have to like finish it, and then you can have like more goals, more points, and everything. So there's another part.
If you don't make the Rangers opening night roster and you're going back to Hartford for a 3rd straight year, would that be a disappointment to you?
It's a hard question. I mean, we are like in the start, so I'm just focusing on everyday work, put in everything what I can, and then like in the end, if I don't make it and I put in everything what I can, I will not be disappointed, because like I know I put there everything on maximal level. So we'll see after.
Adam, when they drafted you, a lot of the talk was about how hard you play, your speed, your forecheck, your UK, those types of things. Do you still see that as the path here for you? Like that has to be the role that you excel at? And within that, what parts of your game do you feel like are the most ready? Where do you feel like you could help a team like the Rangers the most? most?
Yeah, so I know like I'm different type of player. Maybe the New York Rangers drafted like the different type of the players they are here. So yeah, that's kind of my path. I have to like on everyday's work, forecheck, back check, like a lot of skating, a lot of hard work. That's kind of my job, and that gets me here. And I want to put there like everything what I can to just get to another level of everything. And the best part, like as I mentioned, like it's maybe like defensive stuff, some penalty kills, blocking shots help my team, and I think like team player, a lot of like helping, supporting each other, be alive on the bench, and just be helpful for the other guys here.
And the defense part of it, like playing hard is important.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's other like smaller, finer parts of the game that you feel like maybe are you learning or still need to learn.
Yeah, so I think for us the wingers, gets the puck from the zone to the like neutral zone, just get the puck outside. Then just detail like getting in front of net, tipping shots, get a rebounds, and I know it hurts in front of net, but that's kind of another part for me. When I score like a lot of goals like in front of the net and just stay there, I know there is like a lot of cross checkings and everything, but that's I think those goals are more important.
Do you feel more confident as a goal scorer after working on those specific aspects during the offseason?
Sorry again?
Do you feel more confident as a goal scorer after working on those specific aspects?
Yeah, so yeah, I was working like shooting like every second, third day in the off season. So hopefully I'll bring it here. But I know like it's not like only part of what I need to bring here. So I have to focus on different parts and just help my team win every game.
A good summer, a little longer than usual, but no, I had a good summer.
What were kind of the main things that you wanted to kind of key in on while you had some time away?
I'd have to go with the lower body, working on conditioning, strength, and just trying to improve on my speed on the ice.
Yeah. You had 20 goals last year in Hartford. Like, I guess how did you feel about the transition going from the OHL to the AHL last year?
It was a bit of a transition, but the guys I play with, they're the main reason why I got to 20, so I got to get a lot of credit to them.
Yeah. Were you surprised at all that the scoring translated as well as it did from junior to pro?
A little, yeah. I mean, obviously going into your first year, you're looking to put your best foot forward, and that's all I try to do every night.
What did it mean to you to hit that 20-goal mark last season?
I don't know, it was pretty special, and to do it with the guys in the room and the help along the way that they gave me was pretty cool, so I was glad to do it.
For you to be successful offensively, like, what are some of the keys in your mind? What are some of the things that help you find the net and find ways to score?
I'd say just kind of working on your shot. I mean, you got a little bit of time after practice, just trying to work on it, and talking to goalies, talking to the goalie coaches and stuff like that.
But within the game, I'm saying, like, do you have like areas of the ice where you feel like you're more successful? Do you have like off the rush? Like what do you feel like are kind of maybe your strengths within creating?
I think a little bit of a mixture of kind of like a shot and a little bit of net presence. If you can shoot a puck, it's pretty good. You can find the back of the net, but you got to also be able to find some of those grittier goals net front, and you got to be able to put those home too.
Leading the team in goals last season, what does that do for you moving forward? Give yourself some momentum, coming into this camp, do you feel, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit of maybe a confidence boost, but I mean, that's in the past now, so just got to worry about camp right now.
I know your brother's one of the big kind of draft prospects going into next year. Just what's it been like seeing his growth and getting to be around him over the summer, I imagine?
No, it's great. I mean, we've been kind of going to the same gym now for about 4 years there, so we always kind of push each other, battle against each other, whether that's in the gym or on the ice in the summer. So it's good to go against them.
Yeah. What gym is that? Like who?
We both go to Sparrow Performance there in London, Ontario. So we've been there for probably about 4 years now, I'd say, and we love going there. Great guys.
What are the parts of your game where you feel like you're most ready? If and when you do make the jump, like where do you feel like you can help a team like the Rangers eventually?
If I were to make the jump, I'd probably say like my physical side, like bigger body, so I can play that physical role. I can kind of get pucks in deep, bump some bodies, and just play an energized role.
What do you remember about the 2 games against the Flyers last year in the rookie games? What do you hope to get out of this weekend?
No, they were hard-fought games. I mean, everyone's working for a spot at the next level, so everyone's playing for something. So you just kind of match that level and be a little better.
How important is it to you personally to do well in these 2 games?
No, I mean it's huge. I mean, obviously, we're going there. You want to win both those games, and you want to play well. So just think about the little things, play well, play smart, and hope for the best.
On the other side of it, what do you think of when you think of the areas where maybe you still got to prove yourself, or the areas where you want to show the Rangers that you can get better to be able to, shore up parts of your game that you need to?
I'd probably say D zone, just making sure you're strong in D zone. I mean, if you're reliability in D zone, your odds of getting out there aren't too high. So if I'm good at D zone, defense leads to offense.
I think we talked about this before. That you did did you do decent amount of PK last year?
Yeah, slowly earned the way on a little bit of PK. I got good trust from the coaches there first, but once I got that, I tried to take advantage of that and make sure I earned my spot there.
I would imagine trying to prove that you can do that is an important part of like maybe earning a spot as well. Like, is that on your mind a lot?
Yeah, no, I mean, to go there PK, I mean, that's a lot of trust the coach puts in you, so I just try and put my best foot forward and keep earning that trust to go out there.
How about face-offs? How do you feel like you did on face-offs last year?
Maybe started off a little bit slower, adjusting to another league, the older players, so just as the year went on, tried to do a lot of time away from the game after practices with the skills coach Colin there. So just working on that and trying to get better each game.
Did you feel like there was an adjustment period for you?
A little bit there. I mean, you're going to a different league, you completely different teams, different players, so you just kind of got to get used to it and learn fast.
But no doubt for you as far as like, the pace of the game and everything you need to be successful at the professional level, like center, you can handle it. Like that's your position, absolutely.
Yeah, I would say that's my position. For center especially, you got to be reliable in D-zone, like I said there. So I've proven that, and then reliable in D-zone, then going into the offense, trying to create stuff there.
Can you just walk us through finding out you were traded this summer?
Yeah, I mean, July 1st, I got the call from Chris saying that I was a Ranger, and obviously being from around here, that's a really exciting thing to hear. I had a great experience in Carolina, but I'm super excited about the opportunity here, and I think it's a great situation.
What was kind of the emotions? Like, did you know that was on the table, or were you surprised? How did kind of what goes through you in that?
Yeah, I would say I was surprised. I'd obviously not heard anything about it in the, beforehand, but the first emotion is like when you hear New York Ranger, it's a very special organization, and like I said, I'm from around here, and it would really mean a lot to me to have success here. So it was obviously super cool, and definitely a little bit of disappointment leaving Carolina because it's a great organization, but I'm super pumped to be here, and I'd say it's definitely more excitement.
What is your mindset going into this camp? Do you think that you have a chance to make the team? Do you feel like you're a lock to make the team? Like, what's your approach?
Honestly, I'm not focused on the outcome of camp as much as just the process of, being in my second year pro now, trying to show how much I've grown, trying to show a brand new organization what kind of player I am. Obviously, they traded for me, so they, obviously see something in me, and I just want to make the best first impression that I can.
What was last season like for you? You got 14 games, right? And
Yeah.
you got a little playoffs, too.
Yeah, it was a great first year, I thought, for me. Obviously, I got to experience a lot of different situations. Playing in the AHL, I think, was really good for me because, I was able to be an all-star down there and really play a ton, and had a great group of coaches and teammates that led to some good development. And then obviously 14 games in the NHL is a great experience to learn from, especially on a really successful team like Carolina. And then 5 games against the Stanley Cup champs, you definitely get humbled and learn a lot. So, I think it was great to deal with a lot of different adversities and setbacks and situations. And I think, I just have a lot more experience coming into this year.
One of those games was against the Rangers, though.
Yeah.
Pretty lopsided game. What were your impressions just of the other team at the other end of the ice?
I had one chance. I wish I scored. That's the one thing I remember from that game. I think it was Igor that made a great save on me. But there's obviously some really good players, with the Rangers, and just seeing them in person for the first time. Now, when I think back on it, it makes me really excited to potentially be teammates with them one day.
Playoffs specifically, what memories or takeaways do you have from kind of that experience against Florida?
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of size and speed, and played a really strong team game, and they were relentless on the forecheck, and I learned a lot on where I need to grow as a player and how I can be better defensively on breakouts, and when you're playing against when Brad Marchand's on the other team's third line, they're a pretty good team. So I mean, playing against guys like that really opened to my eyes as to how good guys are up there, and made me just lit a fire under me for this summer, and I'm excited to show what I've learned and developed into.
What have they told you from the Rangers side in terms of what your expectations should be, and how did getting traded affect, if it did at all, how you prepared?
First of all, I don't know. I'm not really asking a ton of questions to management about where I fit in. I don't think that's my place. Obviously when they first acquired me, they made it clear that they're excited to have me, and that's good to hear, and I think that hopefully means good things. But as far as the trade, obviously coming off my first year pro, and obviously that playoff experience where I was pretty close to going to the Stanley Cup final, and we got our butts kicked a little bit. I was already very motivated, but I think there was that a little extra 1%. Just like I said, it means a lot to me being from around here and getting the chance to play for the Rangers. So, that definitely, thinking about potentially being in Madison Square Garden, definitely just gave me that little extra 1%. When I'm sucking it up in the workouts and stuff. So, I would say that's probably the impact it had.
Where did you work out in the summer?
Actually, after the trade, I've kind of been working out here ever since the weekend. The week after, no, actually at this facility started with the strength staff and skated with Christian Hamura a little bit. So it's been good just to get familiar with the building and the people, and definitely makes me feel comfortable going into rookie camp and training camp.
How would you describe your game?
I would say, I have size, and I think I can be a good two-way player. I can definitely move pucks quick, be good on breakouts, contribute to the offense. And I think the one thing I need to do a little bit more that I'm trying to implement this year is be physical, because I am a big guy, and there's definitely some strong guys, so it's hard to be physical as a younger guy. But I think this year I'm way more positioned to do that than last year, and just becoming more trustworthy on the defensive end is something I'm working to do too. So I think I can contribute on all 200 feet.
Is coming to rookie camp, as much experience as you had at the NHL level, was this an issue for you at all? I mean, were you happy to do it, and do you look forward to these two games over the weekend?
I think it's great for me because it gives me 4 extra practices and 2 extra games to get my feet wet before training camp. So I view it as nothing but a positive, and I think it's just extra time for me to, sharpen myself before main camp, and also just to show what I can do, and a couple extra opportunities. So,
The fact that the Rangers specifically wanted you, what did that mean to you personally?
I mean, it's pretty cool that they traded away a really good player, and I was part of the return. And obviously, Keandre was a big part of the team here. So if they value me enough to want me back in a package like that for a player that good, then it shows that they think somewhat highly of me, and I just want to prove them right for including me in that. And it'd be pretty cool to have people look back and say that was a good move. So
Can you play? Can you play the left side if asked?
Absolutely, yeah. I played it actually probably half the time in college, so it's definitely something I'm comfortable with.